All right, award season for kids can be stressful. What do you do when your child is not awarded?
Dr. John Duffy joins us now to share tips for parents to navigate award season successfully. And as a matter of full disclosure, I was the one that brought this to you because we just finished award season at school. My daughter just finished kindergarten. And as they were handing them out, there were a lot of kids that did not get awards.
Sure.
And parents were concerned because they felt like it set an unbelievably high bar, and it starts marking them at such a young age.
Yeah, and I think there's truth to that, right? I think that we can come at this at way too early an age when our kids are super sensitive. And young kids like your child's age, start to think in binary ways, right? They don't think in nuances, so it's either good or bad. So, if I didn't win the award, does that mean I was bad or my friend was bad? And so we have to have talks with our kids to create some nuance around that so that they don't develop some kind of complex and low self-esteem as a result of not winning the award. And we can also, and again, we don't want to do this at young ages, but we're kind of pressed into this position where we want to create some frustration tolerance. Like, hey, you didn't win the award this time, but you can look at like what happens next year. There's always going to be another chance, so maybe there's something to work toward there.
Okay, consequently, so my kids finished soccer, and all the plaques go in with the pictures, and they all got a trophy. And I was like, you didn't even play in a tournament, real games? Like, why do you have 4 trophies now? And there's 7.
I think a lot about the participation award, right? Everybody gets the medal or everybody gets a trophy. I think that's about us parents, to be honest, right? You know what I mean? I think this is about our egos and fears and judgments. And so we want to see our kid get the award. But if you ask most young kids, they're like, is there ice cream later? So they don't necessarily need that as their award. So we have to think about how we show up to these things. And part of our parenting is to recognize when it's our need and not their need. So a lot of parents, we probably all know, will take our kids aside if they don't win and say, hey, listen, you probably should have won that. She shouldn't have won that. You were faster or stronger or smarter or whatever it is. Don't do that. You're robbing your kids of this opportunity to learn to manage disappointment and frustration tolerance and all these things. So, and you're kind of setting them up to think like, do you think I can't take the disappointment, right? You know what I mean? Or do you think I'm not good enough to ever get the award, So neither one of those is a scenario we want to set our kids up for.
Right.
So when is a good age? Because if kindergarten is not a good age, when is a good age to start, saying, differentiating, okay, this is where you get an award?
Yeah, it's a good question. I wish I could give you just a number. Usually around 3rd grade or so is about right, just because developmentally, those kids can start to think in nuances. They can recognize, oh yes, that child put forth more effort than I did, or is just more talented than I am. And it's important to remember that at some point the awards are meaningful, right? It gives kids something to work for. And sometimes if a kid wins an award, that builds their self-esteem and gives them something to work toward going forward. It might give them a direction that they might not have had otherwise.
Okay, so we're Gen Xers. Like, I grew up with the rub some dirt in it, you're fine. And like, if you didn't get the award, well, you didn't try hard enough. Is that just too harsh sometimes? Is there a nuance to that too?
There's a nuance, but you've got the right idea, right? Like, it is okay for our kids to be disappointed. And we are all of a generation where we don't want our kids to experience any discomfort whatsoever. I am guilty of that with my kids and some of the kids I work with. But the truth of the matter is, this is life. This is some of the most important lessons you're going to learn as a kid.
Right. And that was what some of the parents were trying to point out. Albeit it was the parents that did get with the kids that did get the award. But they were pointing out, I would rather my child learn early in life that you have to work hard to get this award. But like to Amy's point, is kindergarten too harsh of an age to be learning that?
I'm going to say yes to that. For sure, I'm going to say yes. That is too young. That's where the binary thinking comes in, and we're just not sophisticated enough in our thinking at 5 or 6 years old to really integrate what that means. It just means the other child getting the award kind of feels like a punishment to us. You know what I mean? And so I think once you get a couple of years beyond that, you can start to think in a more sophisticated manner.
I don't want to go down too far on this wormhole, but also then with competition, what is considered good competition and bad? My twins, right? They're competitive, and so it's
Sure.
always like I'm faster than you, and there's always a race.
Yeah.
So even in terms of awards, where do you put the squash on the competition a little bit?
Right. Well, I'm going to take advantage of the moment that we're in this Caitlin Clark era
Yeah,
where
sure.
everyone's paying
Yes,
attention to
yeah,
competition,
yeah.
right? And she's so gracious. Even on a team that is losing a lot of the time and where she's being targeted a lot of the time,
Yeah.
she's super gracious. So our kids have some role models where they can learn about how, like competition can be really healthy and you can be pretty vigorous in it, but you also have to be gracious about
end of the
winning
day.
and the losing at the end of the day. Yeah.
Shaking hands with the other team. Good.
My kids
good,
brag
good
all the
game.
time. I can't.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. I'm always embarrassed.
Yeah, with the competition between the two of them.
Yes,
and I
and
have
then
that
like,
between
I'm
my
better
6
than
and
him.
4
I was
year
better
old.
than her, but,
yeah,
ugh.
that's
And
not
there's
fair.
normal
Yes.
sibling rivalry
Involved in
competition
that.
as well.
Yes. And if I hear that's not fair one more time,
Yeah, they don't get life isn't fair.
yeah, life is, well, I'm starting to tell them, right? Thank you,
right.
doctor.
Thank you, yes.
drjohnduffy.com is where you can get more information and follow him. And you also have a wonderful book that
Yes.
kids, their parents, especially boys.
Boy, I am deep in right now. I'm deep in.
Oh, thank
It's a
you.
great book. So
Thank you.
make sure you check it out on Amazon and where you can buy other books.